What's going on, everybody? Blazing here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video, and today we are talking about the Deck of Fate event that we have. Now, this event, to be honest, the Fuel Deck event, what they put around it is good, right? So the Soul Stones, the 2x Soul Stones is definitely good for the Immortal ones. But the problem is, do we really want to go for it? So what I want to do in this video is I want to kind of break down if you should be the one going for it, if you should not be the one going for it. If you do go for it, which path should you go? Should you go for champion training, or should you be going through the Soul Stones? And then we're going to break down the rewards and see which ones are, if they're really good or not, and how you should proceed about possibly pinning the cards. All right, so first of all, let's review the rewards, right? So we get the crafting material, which is the biggest thing here. We're not even getting a 4-star basalt. We're getting a 3-star. So kind of already a turn off there. As for the relic material, we're getting 150 legendary, we're getting 200 of the epic, and basically 300 of the rares. The way I kind of look at this is I'm guaranteed to get 5 rares, right? And then 1 epic. Kind of is, right? The legendary skill tome is great. The gemstone, great, but it's random. I really want to see more of a particular slot for it, to be quite honest. The 6-star Chaos Sword, for my account, I need to have legendary or higher. So if you're early to mid game, a 6-star Chaos Sword is still solid. The epic book, pretty not worth it. The legendary Chaos Sword, I'll take that. And then the primal, here's the thing. The primal is worth $5 in Plarium's eyes, but we all know that it's a $5 rare, right? Looking at the pizza points, it's only 100. We're allowed to skip 250. So depending on where you are, if you've already skipped some of the summoning events, then you're kind of forced to have to go through this if you're going to go for the Donny Soul. But if you haven't yet, then for me, it's a pretty easy skip. Best part about this type of deck event is that we're able to pin the cards so you get an uncommon, rare, or a epic. Now, tip here, you really want to just try to focus on the epic ones. Looking at the rewards here, I mean, I don't even want to take a look at the crafting relic material because it's a 1 in 7 chance of actually getting something. So I kind of take this right off the table. But best value overall, you're going to either get a mythical book, a primal shard, 750 energy, 300 gems, a mythical chaos ore, and then you're going to get probably 10 eternal soul stone essence, which is actually, as now I'm starting to collect them because more and more it's getting very tough for me to pull 5 and 6 stars. I'm starting to collect more of these and going for more of these events because they're guaranteed, right? But as for the crafting relic material, you got a 1 in 7. If you're lucky, you might get something. So key thing here is when you're pinning, don't get discouraged if you can't get multiple of the epics. Look, you get 12 cards for the epic, so you're guaranteed to get 4 of these rewards, depending on what it is, right? So I wouldn't really worry much about the rares. You can pin them if you want. Like if you're going to go ahead and, flip this card over, if it becomes a rare, pin it. If you get 3 rares in a row, great. But if you get a epic in the meantime, like if you flip this, and then get into an epic, lock the epic in. Don't let the epic go because it's not really worth it to try to, you're going to lose more out. So it's better off to just go for the rewards for the epics over anything else. So let's decide first which way we're going to do it, if we are going to do it. I'll get in here in just a minute here on, which type of player should do it. If you're going to go ahead and pull soul stones, you get 90 for the mortal soul stones, 900 for the immortal, and then 450 or 4,500, sorry, for the eternals. Now for champ training, you're basically going to get for rank 1, rank 2, you're going to get 1 point, rank 3, you're going to get 2 points, rank 3, so on and so forth, right? 5 and 6, once they get to that rank, then it becomes a little bit more, and then the ascensions are better. Now, because of the events that we got coming down the line, the way I see this is if we get a path event, right, it's going to be a lot more challenging for you to put up the 60, 70,000 points that are going to be needed to try to get the champion, right, for a guaranteed. Usually, most of those events are about 50 to 60,000. Some are a little more expensive. It gives and takes on whatever the champion is. But you can be sure that Plarium going forward with these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles event, that they are going to go ahead and try to milk it as much as they can. So they're going to put the Soul Stone in, they're going to put the champion in as well, and they're going to try to milk it. So I view the Soul Stones as a much, much higher resource to hold and maintain. That said, if I was to go for this event, I would do it through champion training. And the reason for that would be is because they are more prone to put a champ training or another type of event where you have to come in first to try to get that champion. Key thing here would be the Naragari Archer. With the Archer, it was the first person that would get from the champ training that got the champion. So if they decide to go down that route, or they decide to go down, a Soul Stone or something like that, which they tend to, right? Or a champ chase, that's going to be the thing. So the way I see this is, yes, I would go for this event, I would get the materials, and then I would go ahead and stack up everything I need for everything else. I would rank everything up to 5 and then save it so that I could have my 5 and 6 star bursts for the champ training tournament. Now, let's get to the part where we decide who should go and who should not go. First of all, it is your account. It is your money. You do what you want with it. Honestly, for myself, it is not a go for me, right? Yes, I'm sitting on energy. Yes, I'm sitting on Soul Stones. Yeah, I could probably buy some too if I really wanted to. But at this point, I'm trying to play it smart, because what I'm doing is I'm trying to go for all the turtles over, trying to catch everything else that they're doing. The relics are going to come back at some point in time. Whether it's now, 6 months from now, or a year from now, you're going to get them, right? They're currently all in-game long-term. They're not the short-term champions collaboration that they're doing. So if you are free to play, if you are one that's going to want to catch them all with the not having to swipe as much as possible, I say don't do it. If you're a Kraken, if you're a whale, and you're sitting on 40, 50, 60, 80 of these Soul Stones, I know PJ is sitting on close to like 80 of them, of the Immortal Soul Stones. Go ahead, get it done, get your crafting material. But overall, I don't think that the investment that you have to put in with the Soul Stones is going to be worth it. You could do it again with your training, like I said, and that's going to be the better way to try to prepare for something else, right? Because whenever you do an event in Raid, you want to always be preparing for the next thing that is coming. So with that, I think most of you are probably going to skip this. If you get a couple of points, so be it. It is what it is. It's not a huge must-have event. The relics are not really worth it in my eyes. I think that the relics are mediocre at best, right? I'd rather put my resources into getting more of the live arena relics or stuff like that, right? I think the ones that we currently have in here are definitely not worth it. Now, let me know in the comments down below, are you or are you not going for this event? If you are, please let me know why. And if you pulled something good on the 2x Immortal Soul Stones, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button up. Consider subscribing to the channel. It does help me. And it tells me if you want to see more information like this, where we break down every event and if it's really worth it. And if you have some time, join us every Sunday, 2 p.m. EST for the Knights of Teleria podcast, where we dive into the world of Raid Shadow Legends, discussing everything from free-to-play strategies to pay-to-win insight, and covering the journey from early to mid-game. Whether you're a newbie or a seasoned player, we have something for everyone. Don't miss out on the Knights of Teleria podcast, the only podcast for Raid Shadow Legends. As always, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other. I'll catch you guys next time.